Hey, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Tracy and I am a girl with plans. In today's video, we're going to be Frankenplanning my social media content planner for 2024. In today's video, we are going to be putting together my social media content planner for 2024. And while it looks like I have a lot of things on my desk, it really isn't a lot. I'm just going to be taking bits and pieces pretty much from everything to make this planner work for me. And yes, I am finally moving into a big, happy planner. I am excited about the extra space, but I'm a little nervous about the extra space as well, just because I'm nervous that it's going to be a little cumbersome. This pretty much lives in my quote unquote office, but I don't know. We'll see. And the first issue was I really wanted to use this. I thought it would be fun. This is kind of professional, you know, but then I was like, oh, this is like, it doesn't bend or anything like that. And I'm like, I don't think that's going to work. I don't think I can always work with it like this, because while I personally would love the idea of always sitting at my desk and filling out my planners, the reality is a lot of times I'm like sitting on my couch and filling out my planners. And when I do that, I have to like bend it backwards to save room. I can't write like this. So unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to nix this idea. And we're just going to use a regular disc bound system. I'm trying to debate on whether or not I need expander discs. And the only reason why I say that is I have a lot of expander discs. And I actually think I can put my entire planner together. Don't worry. I'm not going to put all 12 months together on camera. That is just too much. What I will do is I will film me putting together the first month. Then I'll put together the rest. And then I'll like show you at the end what it looks like. Does that make sense? But the only reason why I'm thinking about using expander discs is because I have somehow ended up with 2 boxes of these because they were on clearance at Michael's for $7 and I bought them once. And then like a month later, I forgot I bought them and I bought them again. But that's okay. Expander discs are always needed, especially for archived planners. And I'm finding that I actually need them for my regular planners because of Frankenplanning. Because Frankenplanning is when you combine multiple parts of planners to make one planner. So that's what I'm doing. All right, so I think I'm gonna just go ahead and use these. All right, so we have this here. All right, I'm gonna move this aside. I do have some stuff that I have printed out because I just, as I needed to print things out, I went ahead and printed them out. And I do love the fact that I can keep it 8.5 by 11 and not have to size it down or cut down the paper. That is great. Now, I picked up this Happy Planner Big Alice in Wonderland notebook from Joann recently. I actually got this for like $7, a little over $7. And I got it because I wanted to use the cover, and you get 60 sheets of note pages in it. And I find that if I know I need some note pages, which is what I need, let me take this off first. I know I need note pages for the big because I'm not used to having a big. I don't have anything that is size for the big. I didn't want to just spend like $5 or $7 on filler paper when I can buy this entire notebook, have the cover, have dividers, and have filler pages for maybe just a couple of dollars more. So this is what I went with. Double-sided dividers, which is always a plus. So yeah. And then, you know, this is just dot lined paper. It does have a little bit of decor, but if I'm using this truly for just note pages and not for like spreads or anything like that, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to use this cover because I like it. I like these covers too. Like I'm gonna probably end up using this cover at some point. This is Dreams Are Plans in the Making. I think those are great too, but I really like this cover. All right, so I'm so happy that this has the new packaging on it. This is not a new item, but it is a repackaged item, so it doesn't have the little glue dots on there or anything. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to pop these discs on. All right, there we go. I'm gonna actually zoom out just a hair. There we go, just so that way I don't have to fight to be in frame. Oh my gosh, whenever I first put on expander disc, I'm always like, yeah, those are a little big. All right, so I don't know if I like this or not. Can't figure it out. Let's see what the other one looks like. Oh, I do need to take these out. That's cute. All right, so I'm not really loving any of the Hello pages, but for now we'll just stick with this because this is an 18-month planner, and that means the perpetual calendar will work for me. And while I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to use a perpetual calendar, I like to just have it in here just in case. All right. It's always hard to put the stuff on the disc, whether they're expander disc or regular disc, at the beginning. Okay, so that's my Hello page and all of the perpetual calendars, which is very colorful, but that's fine. That part does not bother me. Okay, so how are we going to do this, guys? I'm going to flip to January because this is an 18-month. I'm going to pull this out. So this is a monthly layout. This is the Happy Brights planner. I don't have any room. That's the bad thing about the big. All right, so I'm going to pop this on the disc. Okay. So then we have, I don't have to redate the calendar, which is a plus. And then this is going to go straight into my monthly goals, top priority section. And then my checklist, which these could be daily checklists, but I just use this for overall checklist. Then you have notes pages, and you have your currently page, which I really don't use. But I don't think I'm going to tape anything together today. I think I'm going to kind of utilize everything and just see where it goes. All right, so now I'm going to go to January here. And this also is the correct date, but I'm not going to be using it because I want this checklist part in the front, and then I want this in the back. So the reason why I'm not going to tape it at this moment is because what I may do, I'm thinking, guys, because what would be, I don't think I want it to be that thick, because what I was thinking, I could probably snip this so that way I don't have two actual tabs. But usually what I do is I would tape a one-page calendar here because I like to have one page, one calendar for like the videos that I'm releasing. And then I like to have another page for like PR information. So any type of like new releases or sales or anything like that. So I might do that. Now you know why, if I want to keep all 12 months on here, why I need expander disc. So I think that's what I'm going to do for now. I'll find out after the first month how cumbersome it is, if it really makes it a lot thicker or a lot more annoying. But I think it might be a good divider too, because I know that you have my months and checklist in the front, and then after that you have my actual planner for the week, so my weekly planner. So like on the checklist, I write video ideas, things I need to do, things I need to prep for, like general stuff for the month. And it does get pretty busy. It does get pretty filled up. All right, I'm going to take all of these out, I think. I want these. Let me see, because the other option was, or is, I could use these. Maybe I'll use these for now. I might use these for the beginning and then this for the end, because I have the cyanotype planner that I'm not using. I could use that divider, and I'll put something on the back of this so that way it doesn't really look like a divider. And then I did create some inserts already. This is where I can kind of keep track of my video stats. It just helps me know like what types of videos I guess people are more interested in. So that way if it comes to a point where I'm a little overwhelmed, I can refer back to that to figure out which videos are more of a priority. We'll see if I actually utilize it. All right, so that one I'm going to relabel stats. This is an affiliates partner package from Live Love Posh. And I'm going to put some more affiliate packets. This one's from Go Getter Girl. Some affiliate programs, they give you like an affiliate packet that kind of explains their program and things like that. And it's very helpful. And then I have these that right now do not have a title. But it might. I just wanted to go ahead and pick them out because they go basically now with this, I have 5 tabs that are all in a row. That's why I wanted to do that. All right. I guess for stats, I also created this little fun page with stickers. And this is where I'm going to put my monthly stats. I know some content creators put them on their actual like weekly pages. Is that Ripper? I guess not. I just put, this is like from the Functionally Wild and Decoratively Wild. So Functionally Wild from Mojo Jojo is where all the boxes came from. And Decoratively Wild from Amber Plants Her Day is where all the animals came from. So there we go. You can tell I get bored sometimes. That's when I start creating these sheets way early. All right. You guys, I think that's pretty much it for my setup. I have some like dashboards and stuff like that that I could definitely use. I'll put this here. That came from this. And then I think the only other thing I'm going to want to put is some paper. I'll just throw this behind the folder, use the folder as a divider. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in the other months and then we will wrap this video up. Told you it wasn't gonna be too bad. All right, guys. I don't know if I can keep them all on here. That's pretty darn thick. So it might have to be 6 months at a time. I might have to do all that work. I might have to take some of it off, but that's fine. I do want to say, okay, so like you see how January through June, all the tabs matched up as far as both planners. So that way, if I wanted to keep both dividers, like this is my, like for example, this was my first section. So this is the monthly with the checklist and stuff. And then this is the teacher. Sorry, new disc. I guess I need to use some dryer sheets or something so that way things slide a little bit easier. Okay, plus it's thick. All right, and then July, it did not line up because the teacher planner started in July. So that's why. So I went ahead and did clip that up because the only reason why I wanted to keep both tabs is if it lined up. But being this didn't, I'm going to have, I went ahead and clipped it. And I will say that starting in July, I'm going to also have to redate this. And because 2024 is a leap year, I can't redate it with Monday because what I had been doing last year or in 2023, if I had a 2022 planner, I just changed the days of the week and everything matched up. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that. So we'll see, but that's like a whole 7 months away. So I'll worry about that at that time. So now that I've then added everything, I definitely think I'm gonna have to take some stuff out, but that'll be done at a later time. I just kind of wanted to show you pretty much how I am Frankenplanning. What I did last year was when I got to the end, I would not have this divider and I would just tape this page to that page. So that way it would go from the notes to this. Or I had a 1-page calendar that I taped to the back. But that calendar was outdated too, so that's one of the reasons. So who knows, maybe when I get to this next section, instead of redating the calendar, let me see. Instead of redating the calendar, I may just start taking these out and taping a 1-page calendar to it. That will also help save on my space. So we'll see how I feel. During the second half of the year, I'm not even going to be thinking about the second half of the year right now. I need to only think about the new year. But yeah, and getting these discs in tip-top shape so that way I can actually utilize them. But yeah, I'm going to have to, definitely going to have to do something to make this a little bit smoother. But yeah, so that is my setup. That is my Frankenplanner setup for my... Hold up. All right, so yeah, when you actually see me during the setup, it's gonna be half this thick. There is just no way. I just kept adding and adding and adding. It fits, but it's not gonna fit with stickers. And your girl likes some stickers. And plus I have to add additional pages to some of the sections in the back. So I'll just do this 6 months at a time. That is perfectly fine. But yeah, there we go. That is another one of my 2024 planner setups. Again, this was my Frankenplanner setup for my social media content planner. But even if you do not have a content planner, you know, I think these are still kind of interesting to watch to see what types of planners people Frankenplan together. And like I said, I like using dividers. What I'm going to do here, well, not here, what I'm going to do for these is I am going to probably just, I have a label maker. I have this one, the P-Touch, because I got this from BJ's for like $19.99, which is why I got it. But you can pick up smaller ones and everything like that, probably for like less than 20 as well. But I think anything 20 or under is a really good deal. And I'm just going to make labels for each of these sections, like certain sections. Any of the affiliate teams I'm a part of will have their own section, so I can keep everything straight in there. But again, I just like these dividers and they were part of a outdated cyanotype planner. This one, I just like the words on them. So yeah, when you get these outdated planners and you don't use them all, or even if I had used these, like this is one of those planners. Let me show you. I absolutely love my teacher dividers here for the teacher planner. None of them are teacher related. Like this is Balance and Hustle. I did a flip through when I believe I did a flip through. I did a flip through either when I purchased it or during my planner lineup. But stay fierce. I like these dividers. So what I'm going to do is even if I write on them, which right now I'm not 100% sure that I am, especially the outdated ones. But if I write on them, I still may put a piece of like scrapbook paper or just a piece of colored paper that help camouflage the writing and then use these. I can use them as just regular dashboards instead of dividers and then use some like of the clear dividers, like top tab dividers or something like that with it. So I do think, you know, outdated planners can be helpful for like the use of the parts. So just to recap what I used here. So I used expander disc. So those were like $7, but I'm going to reuse those. So I don't think those count. But then for the cover and some of the filler paper, I used this Alice in Wonderland big notebook, which cost me about like, we'll just round up to $8, but it was like under $8 even with tax. Then I used the, what was this called again? Happy Brights. Yeah, Happy Brights monthly planner that I actually got for free. There's a whole story on that in my planner lineup. And then I got the big teacher planner, the 2024 teacher planner from Michaels. This was part of a box set for $5. So I paid $12 for this planner if you count the price of this notebook and the teacher planner. I think that's pretty darn good. So yeah, definitely don't snooze on old planners, outdated planners and things like that, because you can definitely get some good deals out there. I don't know that you'll find any for free. That was just a luck of the draw. That's never happened before, but yeah. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button. And if you're not already subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to my channel. I'm going to have a bunch of these planner setups as well as your monthly planner setup. So this is just how I am setting up my planner to work in for 2024. But when we come to January, that is when I actually set up how I utilize this. If you guys are interested in how I actually utilize my social media planner and want me to do a full on January setup of that, please let me know. I will gladly do that. I just wasn't sure that my audience really was interested in that as much, which is why I've just kind of been doing that myself off camera. All right, guys, that is all I have for now. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, or night. Until next time, bye.